Well, you're here for Glitch Bits as part of Vlogmas 2020. Don't know what Vlogmas 2020 is? Well, if you go back 2 episodes, you'll hear us talk about it, but it's basically a way for us content creators to come out and try to make a video or a live every day in December, kind of like the Lita challenge that I did, that you guys didn't get to see on there. We did that offline, but this is out to the world. So Glitch Bits are my little small way of doing 5 to 10 minute snippets of knowledge that we can have you pick up and learn quickly, where our Glitch Bytes are our deep dive 30 to 45 minutes on a topic. Maybe it's on wireless and the type of router you should get, or our League of Legends one that we need to add a little bit more to, but this was just our way to get it out there. We also have our happy hours, which we'll talk about later, and we have our live Q&As. So if you keep an eye out for those, that's where you can jump on and ask your questions and get the answers live. You can also ask them afterwards. You just put a Q in front, post it on here, YouTube, Facebook, and we'll see that and we'll answer it on the next one. Hoping to have maybe a live on Friday for that, and maybe our happy hours on Sunday because I'm helping someone move on Saturday, but we'll see. We're still figuring that out. For those new here, if you're on YouTube, you can subscribe or check us out on Facebook. But if you are on Facebook, then why not come over and subscribe on YouTube? And then you can hit that bell to be notified when we're going to go live. You can do that on Facebook too, but trying to grow our YouTube watcher readership, wherever you want to say that. So would love to have you there. Now, let's get into the bit. We're going to talk about we talked about the Apple Watch yesterday. We're going to talk about the iPhone and a hidden feature you might not know about that's super powerful as long as you're running iOS 14. So let's switch on over and unlock this bad boy. If we go into settings and down to accessibility, there's a cool feature called, inside of touch, if you scroll all the way to the bottom, you'll see something called back tap down at the bottom. And it's exactly what it sounds like. If you go in there, there's a setting for double tap and triple tap. And no, this isn't the cool Zombieland, whether you double or triple tap, if it's a T8000 or T800. But if you click in there, you'll see where you can do some neat features. If I wanted to, with a double tap, I could lock my screen. Maybe with a triple tap, I'll scroll all the way down, and I could do anything from magnifier and zoom to shortcuts. If you're not using the shortcut app, then you're definitely missing out, because the built-in, it used to be called Workflow, Apple bottom, moved it into shortcuts, allows you to automate all sorts of stuff with Siri, and just click, like you'll notice on one of them it says walk to coffee shop, or I can have, when I triple tap, to bring up the top 10 hacker news. Maybe launch Shazam and listen for music in the background. That's something you can do in there. So I can have my triple tap do that. For now, I'm going to go up here and have it take a screenshot. So now if I sit here on the screen, you'll see if I double tap, it will lock my screen. And that's what it did. If I triple tap, you'll see it snap for a second and take a screenshot. So that's incredibly powerful, especially when tied with that Shortcuts app, where you can go in there and make more of those shortcuts like you saw down below. And again, that's just under accessibility and touch. But while we're on we're going to make another little tap or little feature. But again, don't want to diminish the back tap. It's like having a hidden button in your iPhone. But I want to show a little something else, because people sometimes complain on it. So if we go in here, still in the same area under accessibility, but to Face ID and attention, there are little things called attention aware features. And you'll see the one at the top where it's require attention for Face ID. And that just means it won't unlock with Face ID unless you're looking right at the phone. And that's good to have, but it can mess with stuff if you have sunglasses, like it says. The other thing is that attention-aware features in the middle, where, as you can read, it says iPhone will check for attention before dimming display, expanding a notification when locked, or lowering the volume of some alerts. Well, that seems like, what do you mean? Well, it means when you're in the car and something like CarPlay, when that's on, you can look over and it'll give a compressed view. It knows where you're at. Or when you get a text, it doesn't necessarily expand it unless you're looking at it. So in case someone else was looking at your screen, you can look down and it would expand. Now that auto muting can cause some people some trouble, because let's say you have your phone beside your bed, maybe turned, and it's angled towards you if you have one of those angled chargers. But with that on, if your face is turned towards it, there's a chance that your alarm mutes. In fact, had a friend that was the problem, and she just had to go in and turn off that feature, and then it wouldn't silence her alarm automatically by accident while she was sleeping. I know they're always working on it, so sometimes you'll like those cool features. Some people swear by turning this one off. I want you to be aware of what it was and where it's at. And, that has also gone in and told people, or some people thought they weren't getting their messages. And so sometimes that's tied to that, because what it wouldn't do is it wouldn't expand it out. Now, having said that, there is another problem in iOS 14 that people have noticed, that if they're doing SMS or group chats, that they don't always get their notifications. In fact, I noticed that the other day and it wasn't coming to my watch. So upon doing some research, I found that a lot of people have seen this. Hopefully it's fixed in 14.3, but some people were able to repair this with another area by resetting their network settings. Now, to do that, you still go to Settings and then General. You scroll all the way down, you can get Reset. Now, don't click Reset All Settings. You'll lose all of them. Obviously, don't do Erase All Content in Settings, because then your phone is like it's brand new. Reset Settings just resets everything back to default, but it leaves your content in there, your pictures and all that. But Erase All Content Settings does exactly what it says. But with the Reset Network Settings, it will wipe out your Wi-Fi and cellular settings. Now, cellular will come back down, it knows what it is, and that'll pick it right back up. But if you're having cellular issues or cellular data issues, it's a good way to repair that. At the same time, for SMS and stuff like this, that can also repair it. So if you're having trouble with those group chats and those SMS, if you hit that Reset Network Settings, it'll clear it out. Word of caution, though, you will have to re-sign into all your Wi-Fi networks. It will forget what they are. So your home Wi-Fi, everything there. If you turn off Wi-Fi Assist, you'll have to redo that. And we'll cover that in a later tips and tricks. You'll see down there, too, where you can reset keyboard dictionary. Hint, I have another tip on how you can modify your keyboard dictionary to make faster typing. But hey, that'll be maybe Vlogmas Day 7, Day 8, who knows? It's not going to be tomorrow, because I'm only going to come. Don't want to be completely looking like a fanboy of one style. In fact, hopefully we'll add some Android in the not too distant future, or in some more photography. But if you like these tips, check out yesterday's Apple Watch one too. And then if you have any questions, let me know too, and catch those live Q&As. So now, on to the thing that you guys really came here for, because I'm trying to keep this short and sweet, and I'm going to go over my 10 minutes just a little bit. But I'm an Iowa craft beer fan, and Vlogmas Day 3 means I have to open up my Day 3 of my fun Iowa craft beer advent calendar. So, if we open Day 3, we find that we have one. I had seen we got one of these. It's at the bottom, so I'm just going to grab one I got from last year, which is my Iowa Craft Beer coaster. But now we have a good one. We'll see if it focuses here. Focus. There we go. 'Tis the Saison Spiced Ale by Kelowna Brewing Company. And this is brewed with cinnamon, crushed dates, Iowa clover, honey, and Belgian yeast. This spiced Saison style ale Keep in mind, we can talk about that later. Pairs well with pork roast, homemade desserts, family gatherings, frosty weather, and rosy cheeks. And I know this is a pretty good one. It's a 6.4 ABV 12-ounce can out of Kelowna, Iowa. But we had this last year. It was really good. Now, we'll talk more. If you catch our beer, craft beer happy hour, where we talk about all things craft beer, all things cocktails and wine. Well, we can get into where all beer stems from. It really stems from two different styles, and then everything comes from there, whether it's a New England IPA or whether it's just an IPA, a double IPA, Pilsner. All that really stems from two grandfathers of beer, and we can talk about that. So keep an eye out for that. That might be this Sunday. Could still be Saturday. Like I said, helping a friend move. And keep an eye out for our Q&As. That's where you can ask those questions. You can still ask them here. I'll post them in on the Q&A when we go live. It'll probably be tomorrow. But if you subscribe to our channel or our Facebook page, you'll see when we're going to go live, and you can catch us and be part of the show. And there's some cool new features coming for that. So I want to thank you guys for coming and watching. It's been great talking to you. Hopefully you like these tips, these little glitch bits, and we'll keep them coming. And if there's an area you want us to cover, let us know. Just post it down below, and we'll come up with a bit to help you, with your tech and your geekery. So we'll catch you guys tomorrow with Vlogmas Day 4. Yep. All right. See you then.